What's going on, everybody in YouTube? My name is Raptor Man. I'm a big time YouTuber, not for making videos, just for watching everybody else's videos. So I've made a couple myself a few years ago, nothing big, couple in the truck, about trucking. I think I made a couple bike videos about my bike and stuff, but so I got a lot of things going on, started new in my life, and I figured I'd share them with you guys real quick. Before we start, I just want to say, as a long-time YouTube watcher, I watch a lot of different videos, that sort of thing, on different topics. A lot of trucking videos, a lot of how-to videos. I use YouTube for a very good, resourceful tool. But before we start, I just want to give a shout out to a few people actually, on YouTube, big YouTube guys. Not in any particular order. Want to give a shout out to Jay Canal. I've watched a lot of his videos from a few years back. Found a lot of his videos very useful. A lot of good information there. So I just kind of want to put a face to my name. He knows me by Raptor Man. But I just want to give a shout out to him. Keep making the good videos, buddy, and we'll keep watching. Next one I want to give a shout out to is Jeffrey Like. If you see this video, Jeffrey, 2 thumbs up to you, buddy, for all the good information and the videos that you put out about the IC program over at Schneider. A lot of good numbers videos, a lot of really good information. I've watched several of your videos. I believe I'm a subscriber. Same goes with Jay Canal. I'm a subscriber to him as well. Steve Berger, he's another IC driver with Schneider. I watched several of his videos. Just want to give a shout out to him as well for putting out good, useful information, numbers videos. And in reference to Steve, buddy, I gotta say, oh yeah, you know how we do it. Let me see who else on the list here. Trucker James Best. He's no longer with Schneider, but I've watched several of his videos in the beginning when he was on the IC program over here at Schneider. So just want to give a shout out to you, buddy. Good videos, keep them coming. Although sometimes I can't watch the whole video because you do make pretty lengthy videos. Keep them coming. There's more that I watched, but then just like I've watched the little guy. I've watched him throughout the stages of his career. There's just so many. Ike Stevens. I can go on. I've watched all these guys' videos throughout their careers and stuff. So, but I don't want to make this video very long. I've watched a lot of videos, and the video I want to make tonight is, I'm actually over here at Schneider. I'm an owner-operator. I actually leased on with Schneider. So I am on the, relatively new, I'm on the IC program, and I just wanted to share my experience that I went through with that program. I have watched quite a few Schneider IC videos. A lot of good videos. Like I said, Jeffrey Like, Steve Berger, Ike Stevens when he was over here. All them different videos I've watched for a long time before I actually made the decision to come over to lease on with Schneider as an owner-operator. But I just want to break down real quick my experience of so far that I've went through on the IC program. Kind of an up-to-date, date, version to other, guys' videos and stuff. So today is March the 4th, 2018. I've been on with Schneider for roughly about 3 weeks, almost about 3.5 weeks, something right around there, about 4 weeks, something like that. So a lot of the different videos out here on YouTube that the guys are putting out information on the IC program is pretty accurate. So, you know, go check them guys out. The information they're putting out is pretty accurate. For the most part, it is true. If you feel like you want to come over and do this, depending on where you go to orientation training will depend on where your truck is at. That part is true. It is a 4-day class for orientation, and this is something that I want to make sure I put in the video. The 4 days, I tell you, somebody who has a really good video about the 4-day orientation is S. Berger. Look him up on Facebook. I believe if you type in IC orientation, I think is the title of his video. Ike Stevens has a IC orientation video, but his is not as detailed as S. Berger's. So go check his video out. His is pretty accurate. I'm going to say it's pretty much the same information as what Steve put out. Them 4 days, they pack so much information. And I'm not going to say this is everybody's experience, but this is what my experience was. And 4 days, okay, in orientation at Schneider's IC program. They packed so much information in so little time. It kind of almost felt like it was a little rushed, because there is a lot of grounds and a lot of information that they have to cover. So there's really not a whole lot of time with one-on-one interaction. I mean, they cover everything. I mean, a lot of it is CBT training, which is computer-based training. It's a lot of safety videos, and they get redundant, let me tell you. But it's a lot of it is stuff that if you've been in the industry a while, you already know. You know, you've went through 100 times at other carriers, maybe, even in or out of the trucking industry. So a lot of it is redundant. But I'm going to say at the end of that 4 days, I just felt really overwhelmed. Kind of like, holy crap, what I get myself into, kind of, you know, thinking. Schneider, as far as on a personal level with, you know, the office people that I've talked to and the classroom instructor, and all of them, I mean, Schneider's, so far, my experience, everybody I've talked to, even on the SFI side, the Schneider Finance side, the people who helped me get my truck, everybody has been great. You know, I don't have anything bad to say about anybody as far as office personnel or management at Schneider. Everybody so far has been, you know, really helpful if and when I had questions or anything like that. So I leased on a truck. I had to get my truck through SFI, Schneider Finance. It was relatively easy-ish. I got a 2018 Freightliner Cascadia Evolutions, not the brand new body styles of the 19s, but the older Cascadias. My truck was technically used, but it's new. It only had 29,000 miles on it, so to me that's a new truck. It's not even broke in. Really, really nice truck inside and out. So far, I've been running hard 3 weeks. Probably harder than I needed to, but you know, when you first getting into this, you have the mindset, you know, you want to make sure you don't mess up, and it's all a big learning curve. So you have the mentality of you want to run, and you know, you're scared of that big truck payment. And yes, I will vouch for everything that everybody else has said. Schneider Finance trucks are outrageously high. They are. But when you come in with no money down, or, you know, a little money down, you kind of got to expect that. I mean, they're giving you $100,000 plus equipment for nothing, you know. So they're taking a big risk on that. So understandably, the payments are going to be high. So real quick, I just want to say 3 weeks running, I've made pretty decent money over here, actually. I've never dealt with Qualcomm, never touched a Qualcomm, so that was a whole learning experience for me. It took me about a week to get the ins and outs of how Schneider wants the Qualcomm work, like your workflow and all the steps and stuff that you do on a day-to-day basis. I've dealt with PeopleNet, eLogs, you know, for years, so I'm used to running the ELDs, but the Qualcomm I've never had no experience. So that was the hardest thing for me, was that. But Schneider, I will say, Schneider, the last 3 weeks, I've caught on. I picked up on the load board, like, I mean, a couple days, and I was off and gone. I mean, I was running. And I've made really decent money. They give you a 3-week grace period with no truck payment. And I was told, the rumor had it, that your 4 days of orientation count towards that 3-week grace period, and it does not. It is actually separate. How do I put it? So basically, they give you 3 weeks. So, like other guys that have done IC program videos, one of the pieces of advice they give you is, don't go home. Take that 3 weeks no truck payment and go out here and make as much money as you can. Now, whether you got your own bills going on at home and it's hard for you to save up, so you're out here running, making the good money, and you're trying to get caught up on bills, that's fine. Do that if that's what you got to do. But I'm telling you, as a brand new owner-operator IC guy, driver, over here with Schneider, I've been here 3 weeks to a month. I'm telling you, everybody that's watching this video that may watch it, I'm telling you, the money is here. You can make money. I don't have a whole lot of overhead. So if your overhead is, you know, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month, you could still do it, but you might have to run a little harder than maybe like myself or somebody else that doesn't have a lot of overhead. So I will say the money is here. The videos that Jeffrey Like has put out, Steve Berger put out, Ike Stevens put out, you know, all these different guys have put out about Schneider. The money is here. I'm telling you, the money is here. And if you can't come over here to make money, you are doing something wrong. Because if I can do it, I'm telling you, anybody can do it. Now, in these 3 weeks that I've been out here, I've been home a few times. But when I left the OC up there in Green Bay, Wisconsin, I was gone. I went out, I ran for a whole week, and then I got a load that went through the house. So I went home, took a day, and then right back out I went. I think I ran for another, I don't know, a few more days, and then I came home for a couple of days on the weekend. And then I took a 34. You know, I just happened to have a load just going right through the house again. So I took my 34, and back out I went. And I've been gone. I got a 10-hour break in there at one time also. So I've been home several times. And, you know, I got a lot of stuff going on in my personal life at home with bills and stuff. So you know, as far as the amount of money I've been able to save is not as much as I will be able to do here shortly. But I had to take care of some, you know, a few things at home and bills and stuff and whatnot. So I'm doing okay. I'm telling you, if I can't stress enough, you can make money over here. And if you can't make money and you're doing something wrong, either you've got way too much overhead, to where you, no matter where you are, you just can't make the money you need to make, or you have to do something different. You're doing something wrong. You're trip planning wrong or something. I don't know. But you need to reevaluate your situation and ask somebody. Don't be afraid to call in and ask somebody. You get assigned to a business owner advisor, and they're here to help you. That's who you call and talk to about questions. If you think you're doing something wrong, you call and talk to them. The load board is awesome. I've been out here 3 weeks to a month. Schneider don't call me. I don't ask permission to go home. When I decide I want to go, I go. You book your own freight. If you want to drive 400 miles and decide to pull over and take an hour nap, pull over and take an hour nap. Schneider's not going to call you and say, hey, where you at? We noticed your truck was parked. No, the only thing they want you to do is be safe. Whatever you do, just be safe. They are adamant about a no cell phone policy. Even with the Bluetooth headset, they do not want you driving with a Bluetooth headset on your head. When you get into the yard, you better not be pulling into that yard and be seen with a Bluetooth headset on your head, or they're going to have a talking to you. So yes, they do have a no cell phone policy over here. That is probably the number one thing that I can stress that, even with the Bluetooth headset, I don't really necessarily agree with, but I understand it. So basically, I get on Facebook or YouTube, watch a lot of these IC programs. If you're thinking about coming over here, watch these different videos. I'm going to try to start doing some videos, get back into it. Like I said, I've only got a few videos posted from years ago. So I've never really had the time to get on here to really talk to YouTube and make videos and stuff like that. But it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. So I think as an owner-operator, now I have the time that I can do that. So we'll get ready to close the video here. And hopefully, you guys come on over. If you're thinking about coming over, check us out. Just watch these different videos. I mean, you pick and choose your own freight. You go and come when you want. You go wherever you want. You don't get hassled. You don't get bothered. The only thing Schneider asks is be safe and be professional. That's it. They don't care what you do. These trucks aren't governed. They do have the crash mitigation system on them, which I absolutely hate. But it's not as bad as I thought. It's not as bad as some people may sound. There are techniques to drive, to adapt to it, to drive around it. But, yeah, I mean, but, other than that, they got the lane alert, but you got a button. You can shut that off every so often. It's not that big of a deal. So, all right, listen, I'm going to wrap this up here. Just want to make a real quick short one. Just kind of give an updated, updated version of the IC program. Hey, the money's here. I'm telling you, the money's here. You want to make some money? Come on over. So we'll end it there. All right, listen. Be watching for me on YouTube. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to me, and I'll try to make more videos as quickly as I can. So from there, y'all be good. Give me some knuckles.